And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. A couple of minutes late as I got caught up in watching the radar there. I was tracking a few things. How are you today? I hope good. 53 as you're waking up. We'll get to a big high of 59 today. So not much difference in between what it is now and later. Will it feel a little colder? Most likely. We've got some gusts that are going to be happening. About 25-mile-an-hour gusts today. We do have a chance of rain, 90% chance off and on today. So we could get wet. Conditions are slick, so be careful with what you do and where you go today. We want you to get there safely. I had quite a few wrecks overnight. We'll get into all of that this morning and explain to you what was going on. It's always a mess when there's accidents. I hate that when that happens. But we'll give you the updates on all of that and more. Odie's going to be off this morning. Greg's going to be coming in, Greg Chatham, to fill in for Odie while he's at a big convention. All that's up and coming. Right now, let's head out to Collinsville. Let's get a good word to start our day. We need it, don't we? We sure do. Let's go to First Collinsville Baptist. We can also call it First Baptist, how we want to word it there. They're in Collinsville.
For those of us who live in the South, it's hard to imagine not knowing about Jesus. I mean, we have a church on every corner, right? Christianity is such an important part of our culture and community. It's like Christianity is everywhere. But that's not the case everywhere in the world. In fact, did you know that missions experts estimate that there are 2 billion people on planet Earth who've never had a chance to trust in Jesus because they've never even heard of him? That's a fourth of the world's population. And what a sobering statistic. Now, in Romans 15, the greatest missionary in the history of the world, Apostle Paul, shares his ambition and passion for those who have not yet heard. He writes, "Thus I make it my ambition to preach the gospel, not where Christ has already been named, lest I build on someone else's foundation. But as it's written, those who have never been told of him will see, and those who have never heard will understand." What an ambition. Beloved, that should be our ambition as well. Now, some of you listening very well may be called to personally go and cross an ocean to tell those who've never heard about Jesus. But all of us are called to personally support missionaries. If we're not going ourselves, we must be sending and supporting others. But you know what? There might be somebody right there in your community that's never really heard about Jesus. They may have an inkling, but they've never heard the fullness of who Jesus is, why he came, how he can change a person's life. In this case, God doesn't need you to cross an ocean. He just needs you to cross a street and be a missionary right here in your own mission field. May God use you and me to reach our community and the entire world for Jesus Christ. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, Mowdy Cabinetry, and Parker Marketing Insurance Advisors. And welcome back. Always a good word there. We're already sitting at 6:35 as we begin this Wednesday, midweek, as we head toward the weekend. Don't forget Thanksgiving, just a tad over a week away. Boy, that'll be here before we know it. I hope you get together with friends and family and enjoy and remember what the meaning of Thanksgiving is. That's next week. Don't let that slip up on you. Most businesses will be closing a little early, close Thursday and Friday for sure. Some will let employees off a little early on Wednesday so they can make their paths back home, wherever that may be. So be prepared for all of that. As we begin our headlines today, we go to Chicago. And is this a trend that will it's happened before, that will continue? Yeah, it will. Firefighters, police, first the firefighters were called out to an accident, a car rollover accident with someone hurt, injuries. As the firefighters approached, they were approached, I guess is the next word, by an angry mob that attacked the firefighters, tore the fire truck up. In the end, they would call police, but, the police couldn't get there in time to get the mob back. The driver of the car would die due to the fact that they wouldn't let the fire department there near them. Now, we don't know why they attacked or why they wanted to intervene. That's sad. But mobs, as we see it, rob, steal, and take. They even steal lives, as we see there proved in Detroit. Something to think on. As we go to San Jose, California, a state trainer. He's been sentenced to 2 years in jail. Maybe you've seen this story. Groping children, young girls, is what he was doing. That's just awful. His name is Scott Shaw. Off to jail he will go. They won't be so kind to him there. As we see the way America is going with crime, we do know that there's a lot going on. There's a summit happening in California, San Francisco, exactly where it is. They've been cleaning up the streets. They wouldn't do it before, but, well, you let another world country leader come, and they do that. That's what they were doing. Czech journalists were in town to cover this. They were robbed at gunpoint. Boy, what a way for America to make a mark. Thought you might want to know that. Patrick Mahomes, NFL star. I don't watch NFL anymore. I can't do that. I've got my standards. Maybe you don't. Not that I say you don't. Maybe it doesn't bother you. It did me when the national anthem is important to me. For those who gave their life for that flag, it's very, very important to me. It's dear to me. You take your hat off and, well, you observe it. NFL didn't do that, and I can't watch it due to those reasons. But whoever Patrick Mahomes is, in case you wanted to know, for winning and good luck. Do you do things for good luck? He does. Says he wears the same underwear every game. Now, try to shake that from your head. I'll leave it at that. Oh, let's see here. New York and the state of Alabama, only one of two states that are left that do this. I was not aware that the state of Mississippi did this, but during lawsuits, wrongful death cases, they've got a new compensation out there for emotional loss, to where if you sue someone and someone dies in an accident, you were paid upon what their earnings would have been. Now you can also, probably the law is going to be changed in New York to emotional loss as well, to where you can sue for that. Alabama being the only other state that you can't do that in. Alabama will most likely change as well. Laura, how are you doing today? Denise Vaughn is up joining us there. LaWanda Morning. Also Chris. Gospel singer. Have you seen this? And I saw part of the video yesterday, and I got distracted with a car wreck. But a singer, she's a gospel singer, Bobby Storm. She was almost kicked off a flight because she was singing. She says the people around her wanted to hear. She's a great gospel singer. They made her quit, or you're thrown off the plane. I'll let you fill in the blanks on that also. We've been hinting this. I've had two different stories of this over the last 2 days, as we've seen trucks pull up to deliver. Amazon, I think, is where it all started, and I brought it up. I said, I think this will continue. Amazon pulled up to a neighborhood. She had the back of her truck up. She was delivering packages to 2 or 3 homes. Her truck was robbed. While she stood there and watched it, there was nothing she could do. It happened in another neighborhood. Well, we've got another story closer to home this morning. This one even goes a little bit further. I guess in the South, you just do it right. Memphis, Tennessee. FedEx truck pulls up to the stop sign. Red light. I think it was actually. It was robbed. 40 people looted the back of the FedEx truck while it was at the red light. This is going to get worse. They know that Christmas is in the back of these trucks, and they will do anything to take what's not theirs. It's coming. It's going to be worse. At a red light. Where do you go from here? Where is America headed? This is hard to believe, and I read this, the first 2 paragraphs, 2 to 3 times to make sure that I understood that this could happen in America. I even pulled up a map. Let me show you the map first. Let me show you where we are, and then I'll tell you why I'm showing you all of this. Here we are, little Mississippi. If we go to the northeast from here all the way to Massachusetts, let's just slide up here. I want you to see this. As we get here, this is going to be in the town of North Andover is where this is. Right up here north of Boston is where this is, right along in here. Right there. You see that little red mark? As we get there, this is north of Boston, Massachusetts. This is in Massachusetts. Why am I telling you about this? Why is it important? I'm shocked that this could happen. A town in Massachusetts has raised a Palestinian flag below the United States flag. Oh, no, I'm not kidding you. Here, let me just show you the picture here. There it is there. Flying over the city. more or less, against Israel. There was a flag raised a few days after the attacks in Israel in support of the attack that happened on them. The radical left went to complaining. They have lowered Israel and now flying a Palestinian flag on United States soil. A town. This is not someone's yard where you can do what you want. This is the town flag, the town flagpole. I thought you might want to know about that. We are in a disarray in the United States at this point. I'm going to show you this next also. I've been here. We took the kids. Anybody ever been to Stone Mountain? This is one of those that rattles my cage. I can't imagine someone doing this. Anybody ever been to Stone Mountain? It's beautiful there. You go there, and upon the site, before you get to the carvings on the wall there, they have several historic homes that were moved there. Plantations, beautiful homes. Let me show you the picture here. Anybody remember that home there? It's set up. There's 2 or 3 homes in a row, and here's the back side of it. I want to say we've taken pictures. Yeah, I remember taking pictures on the staircase with the kids. Do y'all remember that? And you can see it in the background there. That's Stone Mountain directly behind it. Well, let's show you what it looks like this morning. This happened in the wee hours of the morning. It is no more. Arson this morning. Now, why was it done? I'm not sure. The house was built in 1840 and moved there. History is forever gone. You will most likely see more of this. It's gotten to where in the United States, if you don't agree with something or like something, instead of just verbally saying something, well, you go destroy it. It's almost like what we've seen. It was a group. Who was that? They used bulldozers and tore things down. Let me think. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. They destroyed all of this. They hurt many, many people. The United States could have taken them out. I won't say the name, but same kind of logical thinking. If you don't agree with it, destroy it. That's just not right. We don't know who did it. They have no idea. But it was arson. It's totally gone now. A piece of history gone there. Again, that's Stone Mountains where all that went on. It shocks me the things that go on overnight. The House has passed a bill. This is good news to where we're not going to have a government shutdown. The Republicans and also the Democrats came together for a little while anyways. They had 4 days before it was over. Congrats on that. I'm glad that happened there. More on the way as we'll check your forecast next. A few of the headlines that, are shaping America this morning. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing. And as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. And I do believe you're right. The world does need a little Jesus, don't we? We see it every single day. Let's look at radar this morning as you're waking up. Let you know where the heavy rains are as we look at this. We pull up radar and we're going to read Honda radar. Showers in Newton County right now. Lauderdale County is A-OK at the moment, as you'll see here if you're following I-20. And anywhere south of Newton, showers this morning. Now, we got a little bit toward the Decatur area. Let's turn this on and show you a little bit more of what we've got. It's going to pick up heavy there at the Veterans Cemetery. Out by Lazy Boy, we got a little bit of a drizzle this morning. Downtown Newton, some rain there, but just east of there, as you're headed up toward Decatur, it'll be off to the east there. Nothing heavy, but some showers there as we back out and look around. Now, we've got a 90% chance of showers and more of this continuing later today. We do have a few showers in Kemper County, picking up just west of Scuba. This will be affecting Wahalak, Tuma, Presley Bottom, in these areas here, and on into Sugarlock, as we'll see this all the way through Macon up Highway 45. Basically, once you reach where the back porch was at the Kemper Noxubee line, it's going to be rain all the way into northern Mississippi through Amory, all the way toward the state line there. Nothing horrendous. All of that's to the south of us out in the ocean there. That's the way it is there. Now, again, 90% chance of showers. Let's look into the forecast a little deeper this morning, see what the National Weather Service has to say.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we go back for those record highs, record lows, it was 05 when we had a record high of 84 on this date. We go for our coldest day, 63 must have been a humdinger. On this day back in 63, it was 21 degrees. Brr. As we look to what's going to be happening here today, 58, 59. If you push hard, you might squeeze that out. But if you'll notice, there's more rain in our area, and we should expect those gusts of 20 to 25 miles an hour, which will make it feel a little bit colder than it is. SUVs, as always, when you're traveling in an SUV, a higher profile vehicle, that wind blows. It's a wet road. It can cause an accident. So be cautious, and especially in areas where there's not a lot of trees, where that wind whips across the roads. Be careful, sharp curves and the whole 9 yards. We'll have some more. It always happens. As we go to the Bama side of things, we pull this up, see the 59 in Demopolis there. We should see that 58 through Montgomery and cooler over to Auburn, 56. We see that Birmingham setting a record today for 57. Well, not too bad there. As we look at what's happening there, it's starting to calm down, a little bit cooler weather across the region for the next, say 6 to 10 days is what we're showing here. That's the outlook. Warmer weather back in California. It'll make its way here, I'm sure. Here's our outlook for the next 7 days. We hit 58 today, 66 tomorrow. Still a 40% chance of showers in that forecast. Friday, it starts easing off with a 20% chance, and then by Saturday, we've got perfect weather for any outdoor event that you've got Saturday or Sunday, with highs in the mid-60s. Nighttime lows, we will get into the 30s on Saturday night, so it'll have a chill. Make sure your pets and everything is ready for that. Back to 44 on Sunday night, and then we're in the mid-60s again with rain chances beginning on Monday. 30 and 40% chance there as we head toward Thanksgiving. Now, here's the outlook. By the time we make it to Thanksgiving, look at this. Wednesday, your travels will be about 56 and just a smidgen of a chance of rain. By Thanksgiving Day, a 60% chance of sunshine. A high of 60. It's going to be good. We'll have great weather if you're going to be making your rounds, getting ready for Thanksgiving there, to or from. So not bad at all as we look at that. Now, as we move forward to take a look at the fishing forecast as we go out to Chet's Paint and Body. Chet tells us today the time to be fishing is going to be this morning right at 8. When the show ends, you can hit it and get it until about 10 o'clock. Not bad at all. That east-northeast wind around 15, but gust of up to 25. Pretty strong, isn't it? Now, on the deer hunting side, it looks like you got to wait a little bit longer for prime time today when it comes to deer hunting. If you're going to be shimmying up a tree or going to a shoot house, 8:30 to 9:30 is the perfect time today. Check your deer cameras, see if you've got more movement in those times today or not. Again, that east-northeast wind 15 with gusts of 25 miles an hour, it will put your scent way out there. And just as a precaution, I thought I'd go ahead and bring this up. It's not going to affect the Gulf, but here we are. This is what we're watching here. Still a remnants of stuff going on out there in the Atlantic. 10% chance of this becoming something, and as you'll see, this a 50% chance, and it looks like it's going to go to the east there. We'll watch it if something changes to that. Again, we're moving into tornadic season. November, it's here. It won't be long till we'll all be gathered around. You'll be staring at your phone or your TV watching us, and we'll be telling you about where the storms are. It always happens in November, especially late November. We'll be here for you, as always. Whew, we're getting ready for it. Greg Chatham's standing by. He's dressed for the occasion. He's ready. He'll be in at top of the hour. Boy, I like that shirt. Your wife get you that?
She picked it out.
She picked it out. It's new. I like that color.
Thank you, sir.
Y'all be ready for this. Greg's in the house. We got a lot to talk about, so join us, won't you? It all begins at 7, right here at the Scotty Ray Report. We'll be back in just a moment.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.